The rain poured like a broken sky, drenching the empty roads in the silence. A man staggered down the sidewalk, soaked to the bone. His blazer, once tailored to perfection, was torn at the sleeve. His shoes, clearly expensive, were caked in mud. He looked around, panic on his face. Where was he? More importantly, who was he? His head throbbed with pain. His memory was a blur. Names, places, even his own identity were missing. All he had was a bruised forehead, an empty wallet, and a gnawing sense of confusion. Far down the street, a small cart creaked along the road. A woman, her hair tied in a messy bun, pushed it with effort. She spotted the man hunched beneath a broken bus stop shelter, his expression lost. "Hey, are you okay?" she called out cautiously. He blinked at her. I don't know. I can't remember anything." Her name was Claire. She worked mornings at a local diner and spent evenings collecting cans and scraps to support her family. "You shouldn't be out here in the cold," she said gently. "Come with me, just for tonight." He hesitated, but there was warmth in her voice. He followed her uncertainly. Claire's house stood in a worn-out neighborhood on the city's edge. The wooden floors creaked, the wallpaper peeled at the corners, but it was homey, clean, and filled with the laughter of two children. "This is my brother Sam," Claire said, introducing a lean man with oil-stained hands. "He works at a garage nearby. And these are my kids, Lily and Max." The man sat silently by the heater. The children stared, whispering among themselves. "We'll call you John just until you remember your name," Claire said, with a smile. John. It sounded right enough. Over the next few days, John adjusted to life in the small home. He helped Sam fix cars, played board games with the kids, and assisted Claire at the diner. He spoke little about the past because he couldn't, but he felt something unfamiliar: peace. Every evening they ate together, simple meals, shared laughter, no expectations. John noticed how Claire gave even when she had little. How Max once handed his sandwich to a homeless man outside their gate. How Sam fixed neighbors' cars for free when they couldn't afford repairs. This wasn't wealth by society's standards, but it felt like something richer. One chilly evening, as they shared tea, the neighbor's old TV blared from next door. "Breaking news," the reporter announced. "Billionaire entrepreneur William Carter has been missing for 9 days after a suspected kidnapping attempt. Police say he may be suffering from memory loss due to head trauma sustained during his escape." The screen showed a photo. John nearly dropped his mug. That man was him. Claire turned to him, eyes wide. "John, that's you!" It all came crashing back. His name, his estate, his empire, the attack, the pain, running through the forest, hitchhiking in panic, the storm. He stood, shaken. "I'm William Carter." The family fell silent. "Wait, the William Carter?" Sam whispered. Claire reached for his arm. "You're safe now. That's what matters." The next morning the police arrived. Claire had made the call. Within hours, William was driven away in a sleek black car, escorted by bodyguards, greeted at his mansion like royalty. Cameras flashed. Staff bowed. He stood under the golden chandelier of his marble foyer. But all he could think of was the warmth of Claire's cracked walls and the smell of pancakes on her broken stove. Days passed. The media swirled around his reappearance. Board members celebrated his return. Reporters speculated about the memory loss. But something inside William had changed. On the 7th day, a white SUV rolled into Claire's neighborhood. Kids stopped playing. Curtains pulled back. No luxury car had ever entered that part of town. William stepped out. No cameras, no guards. Just him in a simple coat holding a box. Claire opened the door, stunned. "I had to come back," he said, eyes kind. Not as William Carter, billionaire, but as John, who remembered what matters. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. He handed her the box. Inside was the deed to a new house, a full scholarship for Lily and Max, and a letter of employment for Sam, head mechanic at one of William's service centers. "This isn't a favor," he said. "It's a thank you. When I had nothing, not even a name, you gave me a home." Tears welled in Claire's eyes. "You were family before we knew who you were," William smiled. "That's what makes you rich." In the months that followed, William launched a foundation called the Second Chance Project, aimed at helping families in poverty with education, shelter, and jobs. The first community center was built near Claire's Street. He never forgot where he found his second life, among people with nothing to give but their hearts. Morale. True wealth isn't found in bank accounts, cars, or chandeliers. It's found in the warmth of people who open their hearts when the world closes its doors.